everyone, it's Charlene, one half of the Flights of Fancy Stitchers. Today is the 29th of January and this is video number 155. It is about 2:15 on Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is. And I have oodles to show you. I am a day late with the video. Preston was off for a couple days, so I did not film while he was home, but he's back at work. He's actually on night shift for a while because we have another storm coming in. I feel like I'm kind of, a parrot just repeating that every video, but 'tis the job. So I have lots to show. I finished up brringo, completed all 25 spaces. I have a finish, and I have some plans to share with you for 26, and they're kind of involved, so this might be a little bit longer video. So I will do my whips and my progress and everything first, and if you want to stay around for what those plans are, I would love to share them with you. So let's see, I will start off first by showing you my ornaments. So this is my regular stitching ornament, and as you can tell, lots of blues and turquoises and whatnot. I'm working on Aries and Aquarius for the month. And then this is the ornament for my Jelly World, which, if you are new here, is the cell that I am doing with Hade. So there's my ornaments. And I'll show you my finish. I'm so happy with it. So this is my winter bird. And I need to get downstairs into my fabric stash. I have some really pretty snowflake fabric so see how January is done? It just has the small quilted border. I won't put the lace or the buttons or anything like that on it, but it will be finished similar to that. That's the way that I've finished the others that I've made. I have some red with white snowflakes on it, but it's actual red. This is actually Lancaster red, so it's more of that maroon. So yeah, I need to go through my stash and come up with a plan. So that was my finish, my first finish for 25. So I'm super happy about that. Trying to make sure I don't get water on anything. I have my cup sitting here beside me. Okay, so, I didn't mention my plans moving forward. We'll do that later on too. Real quick, I have had time to watch a little bit of Flosstube. I have watched Carolyn's Zook Stitch, say that 10 times fast. She was the organizer or creator or moderator, whatever word you want to use, for the brringo challenge that I participated in. Darren Dizzy Stitcher, Janet Jebber, Sarah Stitch and Mommy, and I found a new Flosstuber, and I don't even remember how I found her. She might have just come up in the, when the list comes up of, hey, check me out kind of thing. I believe her name is Dee Ann. I forgot to write that part down, but her Flosstube channel name is Stitching on the Rock, and she's up in Canada. She does quite a few different things, but she has quite a few full coverages. Amazing stitcher. And yeah, I really enjoyed watching her. I was happy to find a new Flosstuber to watch. I've been dabbling, watching a few people here and there, and just none of them have really spoke to me, but I really did like her channel. And I'll put all of these linked down below so you guys can go check them out. So, and one other thing. So apparently last week when I started my video, I said that it was June 21st. Apparently I'm ready for summer. I have no idea. The only thing that I can figure out was when I was in the process of getting ready to get started on my video, I actually received a message from one of my friends whose name is June. So I don't know if that was still stuck in my head because she was telling me about how cold it was down there because she's in the south. I don't know if that's what it was. I have no idea, but I promise I'm not losing it completely. Kind of, but not completely. But anyway, it really was the 21st of January. So, oh, we have a visitor. Luna made an appearance. Call the paparazzi. All right, so let's get to it. I do not have, oh, my stitch count. That's what I forgot to tell you about. So for the month, and obviously the year because it's one and the same, I am at, I love this, I am at 21,672 stitches. So I have been very, very busy. A lot of that is attributed to the progress that I'm working on for my jellies, for my stitch along, but I'm happy regardless. I'm happy with that number. I honestly think since I've been keeping track, that's the most that I've ever had in a month, but I'm thinking that's probably the most I've ever done in a month period. That's a lot of X's. So, and as you can see, my calendar is very, very full with lots of goodies. So let's get started. No particular order. I'm just going to show them to you. This bag is not, what's what I'm looking for? It's profane. So if you're offended, look away. But it's one of my spoon flower, say that 10 times fast. All right, so this was one of the brringo challenges. It was for something that's fantasy related, I believe is what it was. Anyway, it was my castle from Teresa Winsler. And let me get out my paper. I actually tucked that down in here so I would have that. So, and I don't think I kept, oh, I did keep it. So yes, that is a fantasy theme. And I put in 124 stitches on this one. And I worked, that was weird. I worked down here in the rocks. So, and it was all, I think I had one or two colors that weren't, that was not a blend, but I think the rest of this was all blends in the rocks right there. So, and I don't know, I don't think I have this on my whip go for a finish. Let's look. I don't think so. No, I don't have this on whip go for a finish. So, all right, so there's my castle. And that one was actually the last day, so that was on the 25th. So the next one that was pulled, this one was pulled on the 24th. This is my Nora Corbett Aries. And this one, before I can, when I pull this one up the next time, I'm going to have to do some beading before I can move on because I don't want to work in her skin. So I worked in the horn, filled in a bunch of this. I think I worked over in here. I worked on, had a few strands of the Karen water lilies I needed to put in. And I might have worked over in here too. So that one got 118 stitches. So yeah, and I don't think, excuse me. Yeah, I don't have this one on my whip go for a finish either. All of my whip go spins or pulls are for finishes this year. They're not just for stitching. So that one won't come out until its anniversary, and I believe Morgan and I started that one together for her birthday. Yeah, on her birthday in July. I think it was in 22 we started that. She started the Cancer and I started the Aries. All right, next up, let's see, this one wasn't part of Brringo. This was just my week or monthly challenge that I'm doing for myself. So I'm talking about Heartstring Samplery's My Necessity. And I worked on that row right there, the fourth one. And again, if you're new here, my goal is to do basically a row of this every month to have this finished in by Valentine's Day in February of 26. So here's the fabric, and I completed this row right here. So the next row is going to be pretty simple. It's just words, but there's not a whole lot of stitches, so it should go up pretty quick next month, which is a good thing since it's a short month and, you know, days. So I'll put that back together. My pile down here, hopefully somebody doesn't come and mess with it. He's on his way, so let's hope not. All right, next one that was up was my Summer Art Nouveau. This one was on the 23rd. This is back with Brringo now. And like I said, it was pulled on the 23rd. I put in 106 stitches. And the summer one is the Summer Roses right here. And I have the winter one done, but I have the other 3 seasons in the same bag. It's just a Laurel Birch fabric and then some leftover from a dress that I made Sis. Oh, I can never remember which direction this goes. I think it goes like this. So I worked in the purples for the flower. And this one is on my Whip Go. In fact, I think I have their spring, summer. I have all 3 of these on the Whip Go board for a finish this year. And since I've got it out, I will go ahead and show you. So my January Whip Go, one of the projects was to finish the Spring Art Nouveau, which is this one down here. And of course I have 3 days on it. I have not stitched on it yet today. And this is where I'm at. So of course I've got all the black to do. I'm trying to do the colors before I stitch the black so I don't get the, you know, the dirty fuzzies. So I still have this flower to finish. Oh, and then of course that corner, and then that flower over there, and then the black. Oh, and then of course that leaf that I started last night. So I'm hoping that when I come to you the next time, I have a finish on that one. That's my Whip Go goal. So fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. All right, next up was my Stitcher's Haven. This is, oh sorry guys, this is my non-anniversary piece that I work on when I don't have another anniversary piece. And of course this will get, I worked on it this morning, so it has 2 more days. And this is by Deborah Page. And it is from the World of Cross Stitching number 204. And I worked mostly, since I've seen you last, I've worked on the one, I've worked mostly in the bottom. Trying to make, this is a bag that I made special for this. I actually left the bottom. apparently magnets like here. I left the bottom today and started working on the top because all that I have left down here is backstitch. I have some more stitching to do over here, obviously to go into the quilt and whatnot, but all of this is done. I've got a bunch of this backstitch is completed. I came up, I finished the gold/yellow in the sewing machine, and then I'm working on basically the window area. Tomorrow when I pick this up, I will probably do backstitching. I think I'll come down because I do only have the 2 more days. I will probably come back down here and get this chair leg done and whatnot, and then this part of the chair, and then if I've got some thread left, I will come back up and I will work on the handle of the sewing machine and whatnot. So that is where I'm at. I'm happy with how I done on this one. It received basically 100 stitches every day. There was a couple days that I had like 98 or 97 or, you know, something along those lines, but then I had days like today where I had 155. So I mean, it all washes in the end. It's just a matter of getting it done, you know, at least getting that much done to say that I made some progress, which I'm really happy with how I've done on it. Okay, next up, and so when I come back to you the next time, I will have spun for a new full coverage for February, and I will have spun for a new non-anniversary piece. So you'll get to see both of those. All right, hope I don't make that fall. So on the, what day was this? The 23rd was the April Fairies anniversary, and so that day I worked on it and not on Stitching Haven, and I put in, looks like 101 stitches. So this is Hannah Lynn's April Fairy, and I don't know what percentage I'm at on this one, but I know that I have made it all the way across the top. So this is the edge, and knowing me, I probably, because I'm working in 10s, you know, the first row of 10 across here, so I probably worked in filling in those ninja stitches and holes right there and coming across. So this was my travel piece for quite a while, but it's kind of taken a back seat, and until it gets spun on the full coverage wheel, this one won't get any love for a while. This is just a bag. I don't even know where I picked this up. I've had it forever. It's a Walmart bag, I'm pretty sure, but I don't remember where I got it out. I've had it for a while. All right. Let's see. Oh, next up is my thatch cottage, and I think I showed this one to you last time. Let's look. Oh, it's not on the list. Well, I have this one that I have, this is one of those patterns that I broke into 12. So it's basically 12 stitches wide and then the length of the pattern. And I finished this on, let's look back here. I finished this one on the 24th. And this one also was on the brringo board on the 22nd, and it came up for a piece that I would take on vacation, which this used to be a travel piece too. So it worked out perfect. So this is where I'm at on it. And so let's see, where did I go to? I'm thinking right in here was the edge of my, and when I started this years and years and years ago, I think the magazine is from 97. I know it's not that old, but it's older. But at that point in time, I always did center starts. So a lot of the center here was already done. And then of course I just had to, work my way over and do my strips. So I had a lot down here to fill in. I know that I did the blue and this pink and this green and of course the brown. And then I had all this part here on the roof to work on. And then up here in the, I'm assuming that that's wisteria. That's what it looks like to me. So, and then of course I worked right in here too. So the February swath is fairly small. Again, mostly down here and then mostly at the top. And then by the time I get to March, it's a very, you can just see I just have a very minimal amount done. So March, moving forward through the rest of the year, there'll be a lot of stitching on there. I love this piece. I cannot wait to have this one on. This is one of those that does not have an anniversary date, but because, pardon me, because I had broke it into 12, it will not get put into it's not on the no anniversary wheel spin. I guess I can kind of show this one to you. It's a bag that I made. So I need to get a drink. I don't have a drinking problem, really. I don't. I just have a drinking problem. Sorry, guys. Okay. Let's see, where are we at next? Next up, so my full coverage that I work on for 30 minutes a day is my Aries by Josephine Wall. It's in this ginormous bag. And the reason that it is in this ginormous bag is because this is a ginormous piece. I am doing the big one. Picture. Aha. There's my picture. And I am working across the top. My goal, so I've already worked on this today. My goal is to get all the way across the top. I went over 2% today. I was very happy. As you can see, this is on 14 count. It's just shy of being a bedspread. It's going to be huge. When I started this, they did not have I don't know if they've got a mini or a quick stitch of this now. I don't know. I haven't looked. I'm not going to change because I've got too much into it. So this is, I don't even know if you can see all of it. Hi, you can. So, well, kind of. So this is, I essentially have 19 stitches. So, there to get to the edge. I didn't leave myself as much of a border over here as I did over here. I'm not really sure why, but it's fine. I need to throw this on the machine. I did the crimp cut with my scissors, but I need to throw it on the sewing machine and do a running hem on it. I'll put this up when I'm done because that's a lot. And the cats have all left, so it's good. And I'm dropping things. Okay. All right. The last thing that I worked on was my Jelly World, which, hold that thought. Sorry guys, I forgot to grab my picture. So that's my Jelly World, and of course, whatever portion it is. This is a stitch along that I'm doing for my Hade cell. And this is where I am. So since I showed you last, I have got down to the bottom of the first part. So that's as much as we have so far. And then I am starting on the third row of 10 across the top. And as of last night, I had made it to I think somewhere right in here. Maybe, yeah, somewhere right in here. So, and I am going to try to get this done before the middle of March. And so to do so now, because I didn't stitch on it as much as I needed to, I had a few days where my stitching was very minimal on this. Now I need, I think, 433 to have it done by the 14th of March. So I have got to step up my game and get serious. And I don't have to have it done by then. I want to have it done by then because we've got some stuff going on in March, and I want to kind of have a couple days of a break. So then when April 1st rolls around and the new release comes out, I don't have to cram quite as hard to work on the other 4 parts. So that's where I'm at on that. All right, so let's talk about plans. So moving forward, obviously I want to continue with my 30 minutes a day on my full coverage. And I want to work on my no anniversary pieces, no anniversary date pieces, because that's working out really well to make sure that they get love. And I'm happy with the progress that I'm making. As you could see on Stitcher's Haven, it's going really well. But my big plans, and I've been contemplating working on this, and if you don't want to stick around and see what I have to show, I totally get it. What I'm going to show you is going to be essentially patterns that are in my stash that will be part of what my plan is. I think I have 28 or 29, I can't remember for sure, and I need 26. So this is my plan. Next year is 2026. There are 26 letters in the alphabet. What I want to do is I want to start 2 alphabet samplers every month for the year of 2026. And if I put them on my WhipGo board, that will give me 25. And then I'm going to pick my very favorite to start on my birthday. That will give me 26. So essentially there will be 2 months, April being one of them, that I'll have 3 new starts, and then whatever month the 3 boards are picked. Because if 13 gets picked, then 2 other spaces are chosen. So then there'll be another month. And I haven't decided if I will give them, when I start them, if they'll get 500 or 1,000 stitches. I'm still kind of on the fence about that. 1,000 stitches is very doable, but I need to see what else, because I also want to focus on War Pony, which is a project that I started for my dad. His birthday was the 26th of August. I want to put a big dent in it as well. So that is my plans for my WhipGo board for 2026 for alphabet samplers. So what I'm going to show you, these are not all of what I have. This isn't even, this probably is half of what I have that are alphabet samplers. but these are the ones that are speaking to me, and these are the ones that we will be whittling down or adding to from there. The one that I couldn't find this morning when I got ready to do my video was, I can't remember who the designer is. Excuse me, goodness. But the stitch is, what is it called? In all things, be diligent, I believe is what it's called. I cannot find that sampler. I know I have it, but I don't remember where I put it. And when I have a cabinet in the living room, I rearranged it because that's where I used to keep the majority of like my books and my quilt books, my cross stitch books. And we rearranged it when Dalton got his PlayStation, so he had enough room. Sorry guys. So he had enough room for his console and his controllers. And we put the stuff that was going to be not often used, whatnot, we put them in a box. I don't know where the box went. And I know that there were some patterns in there. They weren't patterns that I was getting ready to start right away. And I'm positive, because it's not in the other two places that are always my go-to, I am positive that that's where it's at. Anyway, so it will definitely be in with this pile to start, but we'll see. All right, so I'm just going to show you. These aren't in any particular order. This was a freebie that I received from the Silver Needle when I ordered Louise Lalier. And I'm going to hold it back here. It's cute, and it would be a lot of fun, maybe in a variegated thread. Very quick stitch. It's only 93 by 97. That would be a good one to do. This one I bought several years ago off of a Stash Unload page. I know it's a very 90s, but I like that look. This is a Pat Rogers, and I've actually got a few of hers, but I really like this one. You can't do a sampler without doing something patriotic. Home of the Brave. This is a tiny one. It's only 46 by 178. That would go super fast. And you can use DMC, or you can use, I've never heard of these before, Old Willow Stitchery hand-dyed threads. I'm thinking I'll probably do it with DMC. This one was sent to me by a friend. She knows who she is. Which I have quite a few bee samplers that I want to do because I love bees. This one I got to make for Preston and I. And I decided to do it in DMC Reds. I think that's so pretty. And I'm not a red person, but I think it'd be gorgeous. I think this is one that Morgan picked up for me. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure it is. Maybe I picked this one out, I can't remember. Anyway, Gray Friars sampler. It's a Rosewood Manor. I actually have quite a few of hers. This is another Rosewood. Love this one. So pretty. Buckleberry sampler. Here's another Pat Rogers. And I might, since I have two of hers, I might pick my favorite and take one of these out of the rotation. I just don't know which one my favorite is because I love both of those fonts. This is one that I won from a giveaway with Christine with Stitch All the Things. This is Frances Poole. I love this one. Absolutely gorgeous. Dalton bought me this one a couple weeks ago. This came in my haul. Oh, I forgot to tell you I had haul. I got the buttons and the maple syrup thread that is in the winter, and then he picked out a sampler for me. I might start this one this year, this little guy. I think that's so sweet. But this one will definitely be in the works. I saw somebody, who did I see? Oh, shoot. I saw somebody working on this one, but they didn't like how light the blue was. I thought it was gorgeous. I can't wait to get started on it. It calls for, if you do it in monochromatic, it calls for Gloriana Silk in slate blue. Or you could use 930 or 931 if you did DMC. I think it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This one, I am stumped. I don't know which one of these I will do because I love, see, this one's not this one. I don't know if I will do the Gathers Love or if I will do the Kindness. I love them both. So I probably won't do both. That's a tough one. I like the little rabbit on that one too. I don't know. That's a future Charlene plan. This one, I believe is an OOP. I've had this one for a while. I love this. I love this so much. And I have another one that, this one, it calls for 3 different colors. I love that one too. So pretty. And then I have this one. This is Patriotic Poppies, which, how could you not do that one? So pretty. All right. The other pile. So this one definitely will be done because I have like little to no Christmas stitching, so that would be great to have to decorate with Christmas. These 3, I said these were one, and when I showed him to Preston this morning, he's like, well, yeah, but they're 3 projects. They are, but it's one alphabet. So I'm talking about the Blackbird Designs, and they have a picture on the back of the triptych, which is so pretty. This one will definitely be on the to-do list. This one I got with some DMC a gazillion years ago. It doesn't even have a date on it. That's how old it is. And I have loved it ever since I got it. It was a free pattern, but it's so pretty. Those colors are just so pretty. And this one, because you have to have a Halloween sampler, Isn't that so pretty? I love that one so much. And the kitty. And this is out of Just Cross Stitch, October of 22, if you're looking for it. I love that one. Let's see. A dear, dear friend, she knows who she is, gifted me these, so they have to be started. So, Summer ABCs, Winter ABCs, Autumn ABCs, and Spring ABCs. This one, of course, I have to do because, I mean, it's bees. And this is out of, oh, I don't have a cover page. It is Cross Stitch and Needlework May 2011. So I don't know what happened to the cover of it. Must be very well loved magazine. Next up, this is Country Sampler. This is from Cross Country Stitching from 2008, June of 08. And this one is, again, bees, play on word with the bees. So pretty. Love that one. And I'm going to show you my favorite. I've had this book forever. This one is out of August 2013. And it is, and I like this one because it has all the kitties and the doggies. And instead of having the verse in here, I would just put my name and the date that I stitched it. I love this one. And I know this goes hand in hand with, you know, I can't start anything else, you know, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well, you saw how far that went. This one, I've had this magazine forever. This is from November of 91. And I don't know if I was gifted this one or if this is one that I found at like a Goodwill but I love this. I actually saw just this pattern on sale on, I don't know if it was on Etsy or on eBay, and they were asking like $55 for this. It was ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. But I love that. And the colors are just, I don't even want to wait to start it. I want to start that now. It's so pretty. So pretty. Morgan bought me these two. This is Quaker Diamonds. Diamonds are my birthstone. That was one of the reasons she got it, besides the fact that it's just gorgeous. Love that one. And she got me this one because she knows that I love postcards. Love that. And this one, I don't know, because I have one very, very similar to this already in the works from the same magazine, not magazine company. It's Cross Stitch Collection, and you actually just saw it. It was Heart Sampler. I think I showed it to you last video, but there's this one. And like I said, the one that I'm doing out of it, I like it better, but this one's really pretty too. So this one might not get done. I don't know. All right, this one I've had for a few years, well, since it came out. I got it right after it came out. This is a Teresa Kogut. It's Let Love Rain. That is just, and I actually, a stitcher that I started watching recently, she's actually working on this. She changed up the colors, but just, and of course, I love blues and browns, so just gorgeous. And then last but not least, I got this magazine in, when did I get this? In '99. And from the time I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, I have to stitch this. But I was never brave enough. And then I misplaced it. It got stuck downstairs in a box. And I, you know, okay, I know I have it. Someday I'll do it. And last spring, when we were going through stuff and getting all of Morgan's stuff organized so we could finish moving her out to Kansas, I found the box that this was in. And I was like, oh. And I'm much more confident in my stitching now, and this is not intimidating now. It's just huge. But I am talking about the Angel of Cross Stitch. This is a Joan Elliott, and that is what she looks like. And just everything about this. And again, I don't consider myself to be a religious person, but this speaks to me. Everything about this speaks to me. And I think she will probably be my birthday start in 26. 391 colors is what's in her. You know, and it's really funny because in here it tells you, how does it say it? It was in this magazine. And it tells you in here not to be intimidated. It's really, there's like a whole article in here about not to be intimidated, that it's just a lot of colors, but there's very few fractionals. Right here it says, this project may appear overwhelming to you because it features 391 colors. However, it is not a difficult project. There are very few fractional stitches and beads. You may substitute French knots in places of beads. I would rather do the beads because I like the way beads look. But it's to celebrate their 100th anniversary of their embroidery floss from DMC. And she has created, Joni Elliott created this Angel of Cross Stitch featuring 391 colors of DMC floss. She's just, oh, isn't she stunning? I want to start her today too. So yeah, I'm almost positive she will be my birthday start in 26. So those are my plans. And so, you know, again, I will take my Whip-Go board. Of course, obviously this is for 25. But I will take my Whip-Go board. I will, you know, take the 25 that I want to start, because obviously she will be 26. I will take the 25 that I'm going to start, put them on the board, and then depending upon what else I decide to do for 26, they will also be, they'll either get 500 or 1,000 stitches to start them off, which 1,000 is doable. In fact, 1,000 would put a dent in some of them. I don't know, we'll see. But that's where my plans are for 26, and I know a lot of you are like, you haven't even got through the first month of 25 yet, come on. I know, but it just, that idea just really resonated with me, and I really want to do it. And I'm such a nerd when it comes to stuff like this and my tracking and just, yeah. And on that note of my tracking, so I have been watching a Flosstuber, haven't subscribed yet, still kind of on the fence, but I do like her projects. She does, even if she does a video like today, so I'm doing my video today, there's 2 months left in the month, she will still do a video at the end of the month to show her totals and talk about, you know, her total counts that she's worked on and things like that, basically to do a synopsis of everything that she has covered for that month, which I thought was a great idea. And now, since brringo's over, I won't have as many projects to show, but I really liked that idea. It's like, it's, you know, it's like when you balance a checkbook for the end of the month, you know, you bring that month to a close, and now we're starting with a new month with your new figures and your new numbers. And that's the way my brain works. And the only problem is that I don't know if I can come to you guys the first of every month, but I think that it's worth trying. And I would have very, like, so like today's Wednesday, I'd have literally 3 days worth of stitching to show you. So it would be a shorter video. And then when I come back to you again on the next Tuesday, or maybe even wait and I don't know. I'm still on the fence. I'd love feedback, but I just really like that, bringing everything to a closure. You know, okay, this was my totals. This is how many projects I touched, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Again, still pondering. I have 3 days to ponder, so we'll see. I think that that is everything I have. Obviously, my other plans, I think I said, was, you know, working on my full coverage, working on my no anniversary date. I will be spinning new projects on Saturday for both of those, so you will see them either Saturday or you'll see them when I come back to you next week. And I'm trying to look on the table to see if I remembered everything. I think that's it. My Whipco calls for February are dog lessons, that's a Lizzie Kate, and then my Earth Dragon, which is in ink circles. The goal, again, as you can see, is to do finishes. I'm going to pick up the Earth Dragon and try to get it finished first because I would love to finish that for Preston for Valentine's Day. That's who I'm making it for, is for Preston. I have the fire and the water one. I just need to order the air one. And then that way he'll have all 4 of them. But yeah, I think that's going to be my real focus the first part of the month, is to get that one finished for him for Valentine's Day. I think that's it. I have a huge mess to clean up. I hope you've enjoyed all my ranting and my plans and all my muses in my brain. I appreciate you guys coming and spending time with us, and I know that Morgan is planning on doing a video soon. I know that she's got a couple finishes to show. Well, I know for sure she has one to show, and then she has some projects. I have a huge envelope of stuff in there in the sewing room that I've been slowly gathering up to send her, stuff that I've already done, stuff that I no longer want, little bits and bobs that I've picked up for her along the way. I don't know if she will get that before she films her video, but if so, she can show those to you too. So I think I will call it good here. We are almost an hour in, so thank you for staying with me and enjoying all the pretties and all the lovelies, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Stay warm or stay cool wherever you are at, and stay safe. And just remember, it takes 0 energy to be a kind human being. Have a wonderful day. Take care.